Hey there everybody, welcome back. We're looking at day 21, I think, of the 30 and 30. And before we get started on that, today is going to be somewhat garden related, but I just want to show you kind of, well, what I caught Fuzzy doing in the backyard. So let's take a peek at that before he's done. We discovered that the blowing snow created kind of this ice layer in the back, and he's just out there with the shovel right now, I think, trying to make some new pieces. But rather than build a snowman, because it's not this kind of snow, he's using the chunks to make himself kind of a snow, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Inukshuk, whatever. You know, like those standing rock dudes, except he's trying to make it out of snow. So we'll see if he's finished that by the time the video is done today, but it's always fun to watch even your grown kids having fun playing in the snow. So I do have a few things I'm going to try planting today. Nasturtiums are supposed to be bait for aphids. Not necessarily going to get rid of the aphids, but apparently they're more likely to go to nasturtiums than anything else, so I'm going to give that a go. And then I figure I might as well try planting some lettuce, because they're short-term crops, and you know, in theory they might do well. I don't know, I'm at a loss. And then I found this massive bag of chard seeds from 2013, so I'm going to try and sprout some of those, see if those still even work. But while I was sitting watching and laughing my hiney off at Rev and the folks in the live stream last night, I was going through my seeds and kind of organizing things by when they need to be planted. And I've got a couple different areas here. I've got 8 weeks, 6 weeks, let's see, shelter out the light there, 4 weeks. Apparently I have nothing that needs to be planted 2 weeks early, and a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be direct sown into the garden. Now this isn't all of the seeds that I have put aside, obviously, but, oh, cover that glare up, it is, you know, an interesting kind of selection. I find it fascinating that basically all of the melons that I've got need to be started 6 weeks early, so that might explain what happened last year. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I got some asparagus, cauliflower, kale of course, zucchini, squash. Going to try growing the okra again this year, but I'll be starting that 4 weeks early, so basically 1st of May. And then yeah, all this direct sow stuff pretty much has to wait until the 1st of June, or the last full moon closest to the 1st of June. The folklore is a little sketchy around here, but I'll take a second here, check out the fish tank. They're kind of hiding behind the pump and hiding over here behind the jelly cloth. So I figured I might as well put that on there to kind of filter what's coming out of the straight pipe there. And as you can see, my little oreganos are doing okay. Well, as you can sort of see, my little mint cutting there seems to be just rocking it out, quite happy with life. Almost time to top that so it bushes a little bit. Let's, while we're kind of looking at the fish tank here, I'll grab some fish food. See if they're willing to come out or if they're still terrified of the camera. I had to crush up some of the food that I've got because they're still a little small for that. Ended up putting it in a lighthouse container because I've got a billion of these things. I think I'm the only one in town who buys the blue cheese. And then I put a parm lid on there so I can either scoop it or shake it. The last couple of times I've fed them, they've been a little braver about it and actually started to come out. So hopefully they'll forget their concerns about the camera and actually come out for some nibbles. We shall see. From up here though, the water definitely looks like it's cleaned up a fair bit. I bet if I dropped that HD camera in there though, we'd see nothing but little floaties. Starting to get some movement in there. I guess they've sensed the foods in the water. I've joked with Shocks quite a few times about I'm just going to set up a live streaming fish cam one of these days, because I know there are a few people that pretty much just watch for the fish. So these last couple of years have got to been frustrating. It's so funny to me how they all just kind of hide by the pump. Oh, here we go. Definitely a nice looking batch of fish though. Particularly like that mostly white one with the orangey red spots. I think when it comes time to breed these guys, not that they're even remotely close to that now, that is definitely one of the fish that I want to include in my in-house breeding program. Still no floaters though. I doubt we can see all 21 of them right now. You'd have to pause it and count and let me know. But last time I checked, I'm still 21 for 21. Not bad for feeder fish, and even better considering some of these guys came out of their quarantine tank at the pet stop. Or, what is it, a Pet Lover's Warehouse. I should give out their proper name because I'm really impressed with the store. And how well these feeder fish have done. Anybody who's kept feeders know it's pretty much hit or miss. There's a lot of things you can do to kind of encourage their health and success, but there are no guarantees with these guys. However, these ones all seem pretty healthy. So, yeah. That concludes Fish Cam for today. Although I may drop the HD camera in there later just to see if it has cleaned up at all. So yeah, these shard seeds I saved from some that had survived basically over a second winter. There's way too much in there. But as you can see, I'm not worried about running out of seeds. I'm just curious to see if I can even get like 0.1% of them to sprout. So we will get some soil for that. Over to the bucket. Back over the seeds. Now this would probably work better if I was using my main hand, but I'm not. I'm doing this offhanded. So, alright. A little bit more soil on there. Some are covered, some aren't. I don't really care. Got my little candy eyedropper here. This is what I've been using to water all the pepper seedlings so nothing gets like too wet. And I gotta say, so far, it seems to be working. This is some of the happiest pepper starts I've had yet. So, yes. Come down and check on this in a little bit. As we discovered the other day, these water bottle tops fit fairly well in these styrofoam mini cups. So, that is basically done for now. We're just going to put it over here. I started some leeks the other day because you can never get too much of a jump on leeks either. And yes, the other one here is Nasturtiums Dwarf Jewel Mixed. Now I am going to have to take two hands for this one because I've never even opened this packet. Fragrant double blooms in a fine assortment of colors, thrives in ordinary soil and little water. Well, there's no danger of frost in the basement here, so let's take a look inside. Those are some big seeds. Alright. Come on, you. Those are some seriously big seeds. I'm not so sure about that last one there. We'll leave a few, plant those outside. I can always get more nasturtium seeds. They have these nice and locally. They got them at the hardware shop, and they got them at one of the groceries here in town. I forget which one. So, yeah, cover that up. Some good soil on there. No idea how deep that is. Probably not deep enough, but that's what I'm going with. Water it in. Tinkle, tinkle. That soil's pretty dry, so I'm definitely going to have to come down here a little bit later. But that's just fine. Now, find myself another half bottle. Cover that up. And hopefully, that's good to grow. Just going to have to see. Still nothing coming up out of those pepper seeds. No real surprise there. Still nothing coming up in that back row. Still holding out, though. And it definitely looks like these guys need their water allotment for the day. I did finally get around to moving those basil plants because they were taking up way too much real estate on the shelf. So that means once these guys start sprouting, I can move these guys over to there. And then I can make sure from here I've got at least one of each new variety for under there, because I got plants that are dying fast and I might as well just take them out. But the new ones seem to be doing okay. I mean, the new ones that are all in here are kind of hiding out with the mint, so that might be giving them a bit of a bonus. That one there does not look like the mint is doing enough to keep the aphids away, so I guess those aphids will be sleeping with the fishies very shortly. Come with me, little plant. as ridiculous as it seems to be flicking my peppers over the fish tank, do you see those white spots? Those are aphids that are about to be food. Come on, little fishies. Enjoy the feed. Alright. Oh, and Rev, I caught that comment about a couple thousand ladybugs. Feel free, bro. Feel free. On that note. So yesterday I kind of finished my video off with something along the lines of, if you didn't like this video, go over and harass RevToast TV, blah blah blah, hashtag blame RevToast. Y'all gotta see yesterday's live feed. Charles has got flashcards, and they've got poor Rob Z, just, he's sweating about this future hot chocolate thing. They're very entertaining. If you're not watching along yet, I really recommend that you do. I tried to catch some of it last night. Dinner got ready. I had to catch the rest of it today, but oh my goodness. Surprisingly large number of laughs, you know, for a bunch of pepperheads getting around. I tell you, instigators. Every single one of us. Instigators. But that's, I think that's probably why we all get along so well, you know? So yeah, on that note, I guess I'm going to wrap it up. We're going to go take a quick look and see how Fuzzy's doing with his snowman slash Inukshuk. And yeah, feel free to check out some of the channels I'm going to try and throw around the edges here. Depends on, you know, who's commented most recently and whether or not they have an active channel, really. Yeah, so I'll do what I can to fill those spots, and you do what you can to have a great day until I see you next, alright? Take care, everybody. Well, the structure seems the same as when we left. Oh, I think he's tunneling under that. Alright, I'm going to have to wrap this up and let him know that that is not a safe activity. Alright, everybody. I will see you later. Take care. So, video postscript. I'm sure you guys are going to be, some of you anyway, are going to be as concerned about Fuzzy's well-being as I was. I just went out there and made him stand on the top of the entrance to that, and it's pretty solid. He's safe enough in there. But I did tell him to come in for some tea or coffee before he gets too cold. So, yeah. Kids having fun. You gotta love it, right? Just live life. Find happiness where you can. Right? So, great. Awesome. He's happy. That's cool. I'll see you guys later.